Hello everyone, today I'm here to talk to you about Rolling Realms. This is the roll and write from Stonemaier Games. Every one of their games comes with a bit of hype. Now, I didn't play this one when it was a sort of print and play. That was done over sort of the course of early pandemic, and it's since come out as a full game. Now, I didn't touch it when it was in that print and play format, so I've only got this version to go on. But there's going to be 6 decks, identical decks of these sort of what can best be described as location game cards. And then each player is also going to get 2 sort of player boards almost. Now, you're going to be rolling these chunky dice. They are quite satisfying to roll. And then you'll use these on these. So each round, and you play 3 rounds, you'll have 3 realms. And you have to write the numbers on different ones unless you use some funky powers. They will then activate things. So for instance, in Viticulture, you'll claim a grape. Then you might later on be able to sell some grapes with a number basically to fulfill a wine order. In My Little Scythe, it's all about the hexagons around something to gain resources. And then here in Euphoria, it's all about sort of triggering at certain levels. A little bit like in Euphoria when it was certain levels of dice. Very much similar here. And they all kind of are thematic, from Scythe, Pendulum, basically all the way through to Not Libertalia. That's an expansion promo thing that you can get for it though. So you're going to be using these wipeable cards, which you can scribble all over and then rub off with the provided little things. And you know what? It's a fairly nice little game. It's much more thinky than I thought it was going to be. You've got 3 cards in front of you, and you often want to use a number on more than one of them. Not always all 3, because quite often you've maybe used your 5s on the middle card or something, and then you can't use it on that. So then you're having to choose where you can use it. You're using pumpkins to manipulate the values, hearts to normally use dice again, and then coins, you can just get an extra dice and stuff like that from that. So, you know, you're collecting these resources, gaining points. And at the end of each round, there's that real crunch of, these are my last numbers. How can I maximize the points I get here? Because you get points for the resources unspent, points for doing the basically objectives on the different cards. And yeah, it's a really interesting one. I think it's going to be one that it does take a game or 2 to get into. That first game, you're like, whoa, there's quite a lot. You're learning quite a lot from these because you're playing 9 out of the 11. In that second game though, you've seen most of them. You know roughly how it plays when it comes back up. And that sort of initial brain burn goes, and then it's just how I want to use sort of the values in Rolling Realms. Anyway, a fun game that I do think the 14 age sounds high, but I think it is because you could crush younger players maybe that can't quite chain things together fully. They probably could if they play similar games though. But yes, really enjoyed Rolling Realms. It's not the best roll and write, but it's certainly above quite a lot of them. Anyway, until next time, check out other news, reviews and such on the channel, and I'm Oliver East signing out.